Dear friends, welcome to my channel Education and Career Success. Dear friends, in this video we are going to talk the power of consistency. According to Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich, the difference between success and failure is not talent but consistency. Consistency is nothing but long-term commitment to your goal. It is the habit of doing something worthwhile on regular basis. Consistency in reading means reading on regular basis. Say example, reading 30 minutes every day gives better result than reading 5 chapters twice in a semester. Similarly, walking 2 kilometers every day gives better result than walking 6 kilometers once in a week. Consistency is all about repetition, repeating the same work over and over again until it becomes part of your life. Dear friends, maintaining consistency is essential habit of successful people. Successful people are consistent in their routine, they are consistent in their habits, consistent in their goals. They never change their goal from time to time. The great leaders, writers, sportsmen, scientists, business people, all these people have become successful not because of lack of talent, but because of their habit of consistency, because of their habit of never give up. Remember, consistency beats talent. Abraham Lincoln, 16th President of United States. His life was full of failures, adversities, troubles, setbacks. Ultimately became President of United States. Winston Churchill, the former President of United Kingdom. He was labeled as child of low intelligence. Later, he received Nobel Prize for Literature. J.K. Rowling, her book Harry Potter was rejected by 12 publishing houses before it was finally published. Later it was sold more than 400 million copies. Thomas Alva Edison, who designed electric bulb. He has a record of failures. He said, "I never failed. I have found 10,000 ways that won't work." Michael Jordan, the former professional basketball player, he was cut from his high school basketball team. He said, "I lost 300 games 26 times. I failed over and over again. That's why I'm successful." Dear friends, all these people are successful not because of their talent, but because of their habit of consistency. Now take a look at the story of 3 Feet from Gold from Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. It is the story about a gentleman named Darby and his uncle, who have invested a lot of time and money in mining business. Darby and his uncle wanted to become rich, so they traveled to the west in search of gold in gold mines. But Darby and his uncle had no knowledge about mining business. They simply started working with the shovel. They started digging the mine with the shovel. Fortunately, after weeks of manual labor, they were able to discover huge amount of gold in gold mine. But the problem was they had no machinery to drill the metal to the surface. The metal was covered by huge amount of rocks and soil. They understood that they required a lot of money to purchase machinery to drill the metal to the surface. So Darby and his uncle quietly covered up the mine and went back to their homeland to collect money. They borrowed money from their friends and relatives and came back to the mine and started working on promised treasure. Initially, things were going well. The first remnants of gold they discovered shipped to the smelter. Darby and his uncle, convinced that they were making huge profits from the mine, Just when their hopes were at highest, suddenly they lost the track of gold. They did not know what to do next. In order to find more metal, Darby and Jankul started digging day after day, but there was no trace of gold. With lack of knowledge and impatience, they developed frustration. Both decided to give up mining business. So they sold up their mine and equipment to the local junk man and went to their homeland with a sense of disappointment. After purchasing the mine and equipment, the local junk man became the owner of the mine. The junk man was not so foolish as people thought him. The junk man took the advice of the experts and he exactly followed the instructions of the geologist and started mining the metal with equipment that he purchased from the Darby and his uncle. After weeks of labor, the junk man discovered huge amount of gold just 3 feet away from where Darby left digging. Darby was heartbroken when he came to learn that Junkman became successful in mining business. Here the difference between Darby and Junkman was both have intention to become rich, but Darby gave up the mining business just when success was around the corner. But the Junkman was intelligent, he was a man of planning. He took the advice of the experts and started digging consistently until he explored the metal at last and became successful in mining business. Dear friends, don't be Darby, be like a junk man. Work with expertise, work with consistency. Thank you, happy learning.